The Witcher Blood origin got a lot wrong, mostly all of it, really. But I want to specifically focus on the conjunction of the spheres. They don't seem to understand the conjunction, and it's not that hard to follow. The conjunction of the spheres was a cosmic event that occurred 1500 years before the main series. Rifts were created when different dimensions collided with each other. Creatures from all over the multiverse were transported through the rifts and trapped on the continent. The conjunction also brought a mystical force called chaos, a form of magic, into the continent. The continent is the world of The Witcher, the dimension the series is set in. The conjunction plunged the continent into a time of darkness. There was another form of magic on the continent before the conjunction, but only a few species, mainly elves and unicorns, had an affinity for it. Sorcerers and sorceresses draw on the second form of magic, chaos. The rifts are the reason there are monsters and humans on the continent. They are unnatural and invasive to the continent. As the human population grew, conflicts began to arise between them and the elves, eventually leading to war. Humans eventually came out on top, reducing the elven numbers significantly and driving them east. The elves never recovered from the war. Before the conjunction, gnomes, dwarves, and elves inhabited the continent. They're known as the elder races. The gnomes were the first on the continent, then the dwarves, and lastly the elves. The elves arrived on white ships, similar to how the elves from The Lord of the Rings came to Middle Earth. They had the ability to travel between dimensions. Some of the elves decided to remain on the continent, while others chose to move on to different worlds. After the conjunction, the elves that chose to remain lost the ability to travel between worlds. Shortly after the conjunction, the first humans arrived on the continent after their homeland was destroyed. They were the Dauk and the Wosgor, two groups of humans with distinctive cultures. They are not the humans we are accustomed to. In fact, it's believed they went extinct. Roughly 530 years after the conjunction, the Nordlings set foot on the continent. These are the humans we are familiar with. The monoliths are in the books, and Ciri does have a special connection to them. In the books, when Ciri touches a monolith, she has a vision of the future. In the games, there are these things called places of power that Geralt can draw power from. They are relics left over from the conjunction, and they do have a similar shape to monoliths, although significantly smaller. It seems like the showrunners combined the two and for some reason made them keys to other dimensions, completely ignoring the lore. Although I do believe the elves had a hand in the conjunction of the spears, somehow I just refuse to believe monoliths had anything to do with it. They already had the ability to travel between worlds. It doesn't make sense.